I accidentally stumbled into a goth bar last night, and of all of the people that I met, there was this one woman who I could only describe to you as a dark, extraterrestrial goddess. When I asked her what kind of a goth she was, she told me that she was something called a celestial goth, and then proceeded to explain to me how she achieved this look using makeup. Well, I gotta be honest with y'all, I thought that she was super cool, and I think I'm about to do something that is kinda crazy. I'm gonna become a celestial goth. Welcome back to Country Drag, y'all. We're busting out the corset for this one. Today we're taking beauty inspo from the night sky and transforming ourselves into a celestial goth queen. And I'm gonna be wearing this look to a very fancy Halloween party tonight, so I have no choice but to eat down. Now, the first order of business is gonna be bleaching my eyebrows. I'm just taking some concealer and rubbing it back and forth like this. And then I'm just doing a little bit of spot correction before I go in with my foundation. Then once that foundation is blended in, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of that concealer from before. Then I'm just gonna set this whole thing with translucent powder before moving on to the fun part. Now from what I've seen, we wanna use eyeshadow that kinda like is lower than we're typically used to. So I'm starting by placing some of this like almost tealish looking color up top. I'm also gonna take some dark purple on a packing brush and kind of like pack this underneath like that. Next I'm going in with some like baby blue, and I'm just putting that in my inner corner and then blending it in like that. Once here, we're gonna start to go a little crazy with some shimmers. So I'm starting with this like pearly one right here, and I'm just going over the light part with that. Then I'm dipping into this green in this Blend Bunny Longing palette, and I'm gonna put that on the outside like that. Then of course I'm gonna dip into this like bluish purple one here, and I'm gonna put that right down here. So now that we have this whole thing going on, it's time for some aggressive eyeliner. You know, just a little something like this. And then we're gonna smoke the lash / waterline so hard it's not gonna know what hit it. Now this look doesn't use a lot of blush, but I kinda wanna put some like right over here along the ridge of the nose. And then maybe I'm gonna put like a little bit more just sort of right there. Then for the lip, I'm gonna start with a black liquid lipstick. On like this. But once that's dry, I'm gonna go over it with this insane Blend Bunny lip oil. It kind of looks like, oh my god. But the very last touch, and potentially the most important before we do the outfit, are the little moons and stars we're gonna put on our face. That's genuinely the best that I can muster, so it'll have to do. Now I'm just gonna set everything with Urban Decay's All-Nighter spray, and then we'll finish the rest of the look. And here is the final look. Do I look like a celestial goth?